Welcome back to Daily Insight. Now today we are talking about a sustainable fashion brand, particularly in menswear. For our guests, we have the creative director of Orias Studios. Let's all welcome Vin Orias. Hello Vin, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us. So for all of our viewers, they want to know, what is Orias Studios?
Okay, so Orias Studios is a men's lifestyle brand. It has 4 major brands under its wing. First is Bespoke. Another one is Classics. Another one is Essentials, and then Home. For Bespoke, we do custom-made bespoke clothing, of course. Essentials is a slow fashion brand. It produces retail goods. And then Classics, we promote piña fabrics and its hand embroidery techniques. And lastly, which is Home, we do collaborations with interior and furniture designers.
Wow, so you have a lot of products under Orias Studios. I've been calling it a fashion brand, but the correct term is actually lifestyle brand.
Yes, it's a lifestyle brand.
Yeah, so besides clothes, accessories, and then you're also venturing into interior design.
Yes.
Yeah, so a lot of projects under Orias Studios. So how did this start? For you personally, what was your background? What did you study before?
Well, I finished industrial engineering from
Oh,
UST
okay.
before I went into fashion at the Fashion Institute of the Philippines. And then eventually I focused on studying branding at the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York. So it's a quite a rough transition, because most of the people don't understand the relationship between engineering
Yes,
and fashion.
myself included. I don't know how you go from industrial engineering. How was that transition then to fashion? How was that related?
Well, I saw a huge opportunity in fashion. But before then, when I was in college, I really loved styling. Personal styling. It came out from the love for personal styling. Okay, so and then I saw an opportunity in fashion, so I went into fashion and then entered entrepreneurship. Okay, and then combined those skills and making it a brand, which is right now it's Orias Studios.
So why did you want to, what was the inspiration of starting your own brand, Orias Studios? Why not join the other, menswear fashion brands? There's so many here in the Philippines.
Well, actually at first I wanted to join a brand, but there is a lack of opportunities. Okay, and then I saw a need that the local men's fashion scene here in Manila doesn't provide, which is authentic service. Meaning to say, in Bespoke, when I started it out only with the Bespoke line, custom-made clothing. I noticed that most of my contemporaries or my competitors right now, they just provide just the suit, okay?
Yeah.
The usual process of pili tela, tahe, and then that's it. What I do is, my blue ocean is, I create a design plan based on the personality, number one.
Yes.
Another one is the lifestyle, and then lastly is the work style of the person that I'm, the client that I'm servicing.
So the products that you have, they're very unique and catered to the client that you have.
Yes.
It's not really mass-produced things that you create.
Yes, it's bespoke. It's custom-made. It's tailored, tailored fit to the client. So, well, another difference is, I said that I do personal styling together with the service that I provide. Together to the goods or the suit that I provide. So, suits are different from each other. So, personalities differ from each other. So, I go with that flow. So, it's not just a templated suit on a person. So, it's different. It depends on the after use. We'll consider the after use. We'll consider multiple styling together with the suit, or just the pants, or just the vest. So there are a lot of permutations when it comes to styling. So that's what I provide.
And then how did it branch out from the menswear, the regular suits, into this whole lifestyle brand with all of these other products? How did you reach that point when you wanted to expand?
Actually, the creative person inside of me just wants to, to grow more, or go out.
Yes.
Okay? So I just followed my gut, and then I started collaborating with different creative persons, or creative people locally. And then when talking about sustainability, I partnered with different small communities and artisans in the Philippines, yeah, to cook up my brand. So,
Yes, yes. Okay, so we'll talk more about sustainability, especially how Orias Studios is considered a sustainable fashion brand on the next part of Daily Insight. So stay tuned. Welcome back to Daily Insight. We are with Vin Orias, the creative director of Orias Studios. So Vin, we were talking about before how Orias Studios is a sustainable fashion brand. Why is that? What is sustainable about it?
Okay, so first we have to define what sustainable is. There
Okay.
are a lot of interpretations of being sustainable.
Yes.
It depends on the industry. Okay, so sustainability means you are not harmful in the environment.
Yes.
That's the major consideration. But in our industry, in fashion, sustainability is more than just the textile, recycling, etc.
Okay.
But more on supporting communities and livelihoods of
Okay.
people. Okay, so you're supporting different types of arts and artisans.
Okay.
Yeah,
So artisans. So you don't do manufacturing, mass produce, things like that. You working with individual artisans.
yes, currently we're working with individual artisans from different fields. Like for example, in our classics line, in our barongs, we promote the hand embroidery techniques that is almost dying actually.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a dying industry, so we promote the hand embroidery crafts of the people from Taal, Batangas.
Ah, okay. How do you get connected with them? How do you find these artisans?
Actually, surprisingly, social media.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
social media.
So do you put like
It's
you
like
put an
a-
ad out there,
No,
like calling all artisans?
Actually, no. It's like a law of attraction.
Ah,
So-
okay. So they're contacting you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How do they find out? So you already have your social media pages, like Facebook.
Yeah, it's up. Both are up. Those are our major social media pages, Facebook and Instagram. So most of them, they message me through Instagram.
Wow, so that in itself is already your marketing. You don't need to do it. You just need to put your brand out there,
Yes.
and then come the artisans.
Yes.
Okay, so you have one for your classics lines. Who are some of the other artisans that you have?
In our essential lines, for our handmade jewelries, we have a partner artist there. She's Strozzy from Cebu. Okay, and then with our leatherworks, it's all Marikina made, proudly Marikina made. And what makes it different, our leathers, is that the leathers came from scratch or from scrap. Okay, so those are
okay.
scrap. We upcycle them and then turn it into. I call it Quiet Luxury. The brand is well, I tagged it as Quiet Luxury brand. So yeah, so from upcycled leather, we turn it into Quiet Luxury goods.
So what were these leather before? There were other types of products that you're reusing and upcycling?
No, we started with that.
Ah, okay. So these are still good, even though they're upcycled, they're still very good quality leather?
Yes.
Okay, wow.
They're top picks. No.
Yes. What I like is that you're using local products, Filipino products, you
It's
know.
inclusive. That's
Yes.
that's the goal actually. All inclusive.
Okay.
Actually, more other collaborations are like, for example, our bespoke shoes. Recently, I collaborated with Dan. He's a shoe designer, and he came from a third generation shoemaker from Marikina as well.
Wow.
And then later, actually, after this, I have a quick chat with an interior designer for my home line for next year. Actually, that's for 2018.
Okay, and then what are the materials you're using for the home line? Where are they
For the
coming
home line,
from?
it will also be quote unquote sustainable.
Yes.
So we'll be using driftwoods, recycled woods, more on that, and then some metal works.
Yes. Okay.
Those are small lines that can fit to your work from home lifestyle. Most of the millennials right now are working from home, so we also want to bring the brand to each of their rooms or their houses. That's why we will make a home line soon.
Ayun. So that's why Orias Studios is a sustainable brand, because what you're doing is, instead of the manufacturing like in those factories, remember how you mentioned that it's fashion is the number 2 in providing pollutants in the world.
Yes, it's the second largest pollutant.
Yes, but when you're doing this, when you're tapping individual artisans, you're removing that element. You're not adding the pollution, but you are strengthening the local artisans,
Yes,
and using
exactly.
local materials, and I think that's very important.
Yes.
So that's how we've learned that Orias Studios is a sustainable enterprise, a social enterprise. So we'll learn more about Orias Studios in the next part of Daily Insight. Welcome back to Daily Insight. We have Vin Orias, the creative director of Orias Studios. So for your company, who makes up your team? I know that you are the creative director, but who else is part of your company?
Okay, so aside from the collaboration
Okay.
with different artists, I have a very small staff of 3 actually.
Okay.
Okay, so they're my support system to in handling all the operations.
Let's
it's a
give them a shout out. Who are the 3?
Vin, actually his name is also Vin,
Oh.
and Joyce. Actually, we're just 3 and me.
Okay. So Vin, and Joyce.
Yes.
Ayun. Okay. So what are the roles of the 3 of you?
Actually, we overlap each other, but mostly I do all the operations. They're just
Okay.
to support, like if I needed extra hand on this area. But Joyce is on more on the scheduling part, which is a critical part of any business, the scheduling. So she handles it, and me on overall operations, from
Okay.
product development to marketing, etc.
So all of the designs, they're coming from you.
Yes.
Of course, it has your name on it, Orias Studios.
Yes,
Or else it would be Orias and Joyce Studios. Okay, so how does that work then? When you have a client, you deal with them directly, one-on-one?
Yes. In Bespoke, we handle clients one by one, of course. And in Essentials, first we have to create a platform for a specific product. For example, for the bags, we have a goal to make X number of bags. So we have to find first a partner there to provide for us the service. So everything is farmed out.
Yes.
So everything is outsourced or subcontracted.
Okay. So a lot of our viewers, some of them are aspiring designers, and they like to know from you, the success stories of people in the industry. So, a lot of them, they have the background in just design. But is that enough to be a successful business, to just be a designer?
Well, to be honest, you have to be first enterprising. You have to have an enterprising soul or a skill before entering into a business.
Yes.
Because it's a very, very tough arena to play around, because you're dealing with money, you're dealing with real clients.
Yes.
So, well, actually, you have to have mentorship. Aside from trainings and then conferences, you have to really have that heart, skill, something like more of a tough mindset before entering into our industry.
Yeah, so it's not enough to just be a
Just a
talented
creative.
designer, creative. No, you have to have know about the business side about it. And like for you, where did you study again that business background?
The business background, well, I got it from special groups. Like, for example, I joined a competition like in Go Negosyo, the Philippine Center for Entrepreneurship.
Okay.
And I was able to get into that program. It's a program, okay? It's a youth entrepreneurship development workshop hosted by DTI and the U.S. Embassy. And another one is with PLDT.
Okay.
It's AIM. So I went into that competition, and I also got in. So it's about that craving to learn more and not stopping.
Yes.
It's a daily thing. It's a daily struggle.
So what's some advice besides all of the other tips that you gave to our viewers who are aspiring to join the fashion industry? What's some tips that you can give them based on your own experience?
Well, number one is focus. So that's a very critical skill that one has to learn. Focus, and of course perseverance and a lot of determination and that. So
Yes.
It's a combination of both because we really have a different environment here in the Philippines. I can say that we don't have that support from other institutions.
Yes.
So we really have to make our own what they call that. Parang we have to do it on our own.
Yes.
Actually,
Yeah. What I notice here in the fashion industry in the Philippines, especially for menswear, you know, you have so much competition, but you don't have a lot of support. So it's kind of every man for himself.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
But all of the things that the tips you've learned, those organizations that you've joined, have been a great help for you in
You enroll to the
sustaining.
School of Experience.
Ayun, the School of
Yeah.
Experience. I like that. I'm gonna use that one. So if people want to know more about Orias Studios, how can they find out?
You can browse through our website. Actually, it's under construction, but you can still browse through it. It's orias.ph. And of course, Facebook and Instagram, Orias Studios. So you can browse through our works there and support our works.
Yes. And one thing I also want to mention, what's also a TV show that you joined most recently?
Oh, well, yeah, the most notable one is the Project Runway Philippines,
Wow.
Season 4. So I was part of it. Actually, that was 2015.
Okay.
But it helped me a lot through through marketing myself, of course.
Yes, yes. So what is the future now of Orias Studios? Where do you
Orias Studios for 2018 will go more trade shows, trunk shows, trade shows, and I hope to get in with Manila Fashion Festival, one of the
yeah.
biggest fashion shows here.
Yes.
And going deeper with marketing. Of course, I have to go deep with my roots and then go up.
Yes. Okay, well, we look forward to the future of Orias Studios to see all of the things that you have in store, especially for 2018. Thank you so much for
Thank you
joining
so
us,
much.
Vin. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much,
Thank you
Randy.
for watching Daily Insight. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you. Bye-bye.